kid.
That's right.
All right.
Look, Glenn Beck is just a patsy. He's just a mindless drone out there whining, filling up all airtime.
No. I took that from a little kid named Billy.
Right.
Give me that.
You took it right off the little kid.
That's right.
All right, now. I heard you.
Bill O'Reilly.
Good to see you. Come right back.
Look, Bill O'Reilly got about as much use on this planet as depleted uranium, okay?
And I got this for you.
Oh,
Billy.
Right.
See? And you can have that. You can
Thank
wear
you.
it now if you wanted.
Well, some people say I wear it every night.
Okay? He's an idiot. Idiot! Here's Tom Green. Let Tom Green tell you what Canadians think of Fox, okay? I'd like to see a ban the Fox petition up on MySpace real quick here.
See this mouse right here? You probably got one like that over there at Fox News. Why don't you take one and shove it up your fucking ass? Piece of shit. You stupid piece of shit.
You got Fox's cheerleaders. That's what these girls are. They're not news. They're not intelligent people. They don't have opinions that matter. They're dressed like whores, and they have no substance. They're not investigative reporters. They're just bought and paid for TV whores, okay? They dress like whores. They act like whores. Bimbos, okay? They act like bimbos. You're getting a lot of Fox and Glenn Beck crying and singing and using disinfo to muddle every story out there. If the story's on the internet,
Always good to see you.
Bill O'Reilly and Glenn Beck are going to try to dominate it and try to put their lies and spins on it because they're getting a lot of money to do this, okay? They got no conscience. They got no conscience. It's one big farce. They feel like the television evangelists, okay? They act like it. They have no substance.
The main major television news networks and newspapers in the United States have long ago got their fear to be supreme over their duties as journalists. They are not monitoring the centers of power when it comes.
They have put their opinion as the story, okay? Their opinion is not the story. If they want to be called a news, they should put the news there, facts, so people can make up their mind. But if you're going to put nothing but a spin on everything, then folks, what you're going to end up with, if they're going to put a spin on everything, you're not going to have nothing, okay? No substance. You're not going to have nothing. Okay? Because you can't penetrate your head when the Fox News reporters are dressed like whores, looks like whores, acting like whores, dizzy bimbos. They're not investigative reporters.
But we can sit here and blame George W. Bush all we want. And believe me, he is worthy of blame, and his administration is worthy of blame. But if we're honest, we'd also blame Bill Clinton, because his administration initiated the policies of regime change, of sanctions-based containment, of lying and misrepresenting intelligence data to the American people to sustain the notion of an Iraqi threat worthy of military action. The Iraq War is a manifestation of our failure as a nation, our failure as a people to do the right thing. Now, why did we fail? It's a failure of citizenship. It's a failure of citizenship in that, we the people, and those are important terms, we the people, where does that come from? The preamble of the Constitution of the United States of America, a document that defines who we are and what we are as a people. A document that sets forth the ideals and values, that says we are a nation of law, that we believe in the rule of law, due process, checks and balances. And we have a whole host of people over there in Iraq right now, 138,000 of them, who have taken an oath to uphold and defend that Constitution with their lives against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And they're over there fighting and dying tragically and killing and being maimed physically and psychologically as we speak. Right now, men and women, American citizens, American heroes, the finest our country can breed, are strapping on their boots, putting on their body armor, and going forth in a day that they don't know whether or not they're going to see the sun set. And given the nature of combat, they may not see the sun rise because they tend to go out before the sun rises. That's the reality, ladies and gentlemen. They're off there engaged in a life and death struggle. For what reason? See, they don't get to engage in a constitutional debate about what they're doing. They signed up, they took an oath, they got trained, and they were over there doing their job. And any one of us here who thinks that when you go to war, you can do so in a controlled fashion. You know, like these are well-trained guys, they're gals, they're Americans. They know the difference between right and wrong. So when they go to war, it's going to be copacetic. That our young men and women are going to do the right thing. They won't be excessive in their violence or excessive in their actions. If you believe that, you've never been to war. You have no clue what war is. Think about the actions of a drowning person as they're going under and the rescue swimmers coming out to rescue them. What's the biggest threat? That the drowning person is going to take the rescuer down with them. Why? Because they're scared, they're afraid, they're panicked, they're doing whatever they feel necessary to survive. And that's what happens when you go to war. That's what happens when you're engaged in combat, ladies and gentlemen. You're scared. You're scared sick. You're afraid, not just for yourselves, but your friends. And you're going to do whatever is necessary to survive. War is the most horrible thing that mankind can inflict on mankind because it's about one thing and one thing only: killing. It's kill or be killed. End of story. So let's not put too much burden on troops we've already burdened with the most heavy burden of all, waging war. Why do we say no? It's up to the troops to resolve this thing. It's their fault they're over there. It's their fault they're so. It's not their fault. It's our fault. You see, they don't get to engage in a constitutional debate about the war. It's not their responsibility. It's our responsibility. And collectively, we abrogated our responsibility because we didn't have a debate. We didn't have a dialogue. We didn't have a discussion on a national level about Iraq before we went to war in Iraq. We can blame George W. Bush. I do. We can blame Bill Clinton. I do. We can blame the Congress of the United States. I do. We can blame the media. I do. But until we get honest with ourselves and look in the mirror and say, have I behaved as a genuine American citizen? Have I done everything necessary to be a good citizen? Not too many of us can answer that question yes, if we're honest. Because at the end of the day, the vast majority of us are better consumers than we are citizens. We're a hell of a lot better at getting up in the morning and going to work and earning a paycheck and finding ways to spend that paycheck than we are about familiarizing ourselves with the Constitution that defines who we are and what we are as a people. We're a heck of a lot better figuring out how we're going to support the Seattle Seahawks as they get ready to defend their division title, or we're getting ready for the upcoming baseball season, memorizing the statistics of our favorite baseball player, than we are about reading the Constitution and determining who we are and what we are as a people.
Like that, Caroline, do you see that? Do you see this?
Yeah, I see it. I mean, who's to say it's not like a chair? Regardless, it's going to be so dangerous at that base, obviously.